Switch in.
Okay, so I went and got my crew. My live video crew. We're going to go on a road trip. Guys, we have had a major flood. They say that we have had 7 inches in the last 24 hours, and I think this is the worst in all the time that I've lived in Dallas County that I've ever seen. This bridge that you see up here is generally about 15 feet. It's 15 feet to the water surface. You can see now that it's completely overrun. It's taking over the field. We've got some cows stranded out here. And I know those people behind us are trying to keep an eye on them, try to make sure they're safe. I'm sure they'll take emergency action if needed, but right now they're on that island and we're hoping the creek don't come down no more. This is stretching for possibly, I would say standing here we are at least 500 feet away from the normal banks of Greasy Creek. I've never seen it like this, guys. What's really bad is when it floods like this for the farmers. You can look, let me see if I can zoom in to those fence posts. These are 6-foot fence posts, so you can figure they're probably about 4 feet above the normal ground. Granted, that is in a ditch, but you gotta understand that the bridge that you really can't see up there, normally the water is at least 15 feet. You can see that the water is crossing the road before the bridge, so we can judge that it wouldn't take a whole lot for that to, you can see right there that hill, that little bit of hill. That's all that's saving the bridge right there. I'm looking at this line right here. It looks like the water is still coming up, so let's cross our fingers for those cattle. You can see way over. Even behind the big trees and back there, there's a field over there that's completely flooded. And I'll show you right here. Let me see if I can get you focused in. This is somebody's house, guys. It's completely flooded all the way around that house. There's no way they're getting out. And you can see how close it's coming to flooding their house. As I said before, this is probably the worst, and I've lived here in Dallas County here on this road for 20 years, and I have never seen it flooded like this. We get floods this time of year, every year, it just rains. But 7 inches of rain in 24 hours, I just don't know that I've ever seen that happen before, especially when the ground is already saturated. We have literally become a rainforest here in Missouri. And I have problems of my own at the house because we do live on a hill and there's no chance of us getting flooded. But all the water that comes from all the way around, there's a highway that it runs off of, runs down into my pond, which overflows my pond, which is not set up correctly for that. I've told you before in other videos that pond needs a lot of work. You can see right here how the pond is overflowing. The whole back of my woods becomes this tropical flooded rainforest. So Greasy Creek is on this side of us. The Niangua River is on the other side of us. We kind of live on this island between these two whenever they're flooded like this. And the county guys told me to go take a look at the Niangua River. They have continuously built this bridge back and built it back. And over the years, we've seen several floods come on the Niangua River, and almost every time it has taken out the bridge, and they just keep coming back with a stronger bridge. He's telling me that he thinks that the bridge is going to hold, but the guardrails have got a lot of pressure on them. So probably at the very least, they're going to have to replace them. Let's hop in the car and I'll take you down there and show you that. So you can see they put up caution tape here. They literally have to do that because people will come flying down this hill, and let me show you what they'll encounter. Okay, so we're on the other side of the caution tape, and we're going downhill, and you can see this is how it looks to somebody coming down the hill, and believe me, they don't drive slow through here, even though they should. Come on, I'll show you what they're gonna run into. We've made it around the bend, and you can see maybe there's a bridge there, and maybe there isn't. It looks to me like it's probably gone again. And this was a very big, nice bridge too. My area of Missouri has hills. I wouldn't call them mountains, but they're pretty good sized hills, Ozark hills. And there are ravines. I've showed you before on videos of the small ravines that are on my property. And let me tell you, they are gushing. And guess what? They're all gushing down into this river, all at the same time. The problem is, with these gullies and these ravines, all of these are coming down at once upstream from here, and they join together, and the river and the rivers and creeks will literally come down in a wave. Growing up at the farm at Tunnel Dam, I seen this happen more than one time, and Grandma and Grandpa would never let us go out to Woolsey Creek because they were afraid of the creek coming down. That's what they called it, coming down. And believe me, it's one big giant tidal wave when this happens, and it will wash everything that's in its path away. But you can see all these ravines are dumping into the river. Now the river's already came down. I wish I could catch that on camera just one time, but you have to be pretty spot on to be able to figure that out. Let me take you down here and show you what the aftermath looks like. And we don't know, it's still rainy, they're calling for rain. This could get worse. Hopefully it'll drain out some before it rains more, especially for those poor cows' sake. I think they can get them out if they need to, but right now the best move is for them to just hang on because, like I said, the creeks have already came down into their big giant wave. Let me show you this. That ravine I was showing you further up the hill, this is it here. The water's almost at a standstill because it really has there's no flow to it because it has no place to go, because it's met up with the river and it kind of backs it up, so it's just kind of waiting for its turn to get down the river. But the river is gushing so hard, it's just kind of standing still. All right, let's get closer. I can tell you that I have been down this slope. It's at least 10 feet down, and you can see that the water has got to be in the gully. This is just in the gully. That's what I've always called a ravine. Is 10 feet deep, straight across there. And so that tells you that the river is really, really deep. Yeah, I think that bridge is gone again. I think the pavement is out down there. I don't see any sign of the guardrails and that big deep thing there. If somebody came down this hill, if they didn't put that caution tape up, somebody come down this hill flying like they normally do, they would plunge right into that, and there would be no pavement below them. And guess what? They're gonna go down this river for who knows how long, and maybe drown. Every time we have flash flood, somebody does it. So I'm just trying to say to you, arrive alive. Turn around, don't drown. Look at all of the debris that's piled up on these guardrails. That's what the county road guy was telling me. There's so much pressure on these guardrails. For sure, they're gonna have to be replaced. But I'm promising you, on the other side of this is normally a flat, low-lying area. Sometimes it has water in it. We call them sloughs here in the Ozarks. This water running this fast is washing all that dirt out. And even if we still have the bridge here, there's going to be very, very big damage that's going to have to be repaired. And it could be weeks before anybody can get across this bridge. Said you've lived down here for a long time?
I used to live
and you've never seen it like this?
No, never like this.
How many bridges have we been through?
Oh, 2 or 3.
At least.
At least.
Yeah. And they keep building them bigger and better, and
yeah.
then you have this.
Exactly.
The log. Wow.
This
Yeah.
first time this new one they got has broke like it has.
Yeah, it's held up for several years,
Yes, it has.
but it's never been like this. And there's no way for me to get to the other side where the road comes through because the Niangua, you can't get across the Niangua,
Nope.
which I don't even know if I could make it farther upstream where I don't think I could even get down close enough to show the bridge.
Right.
And with it like this, I wouldn't be surprised if that state bridge ain't knocked out.
Have you been out to Charity area? Off in
No, I
highway?
haven't.
Yeah, that one's up and it's very beautiful out there. It's up high. I've never seen it that high before.
Yeah. Yeah, and dangerous. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I was explaining to my subscribers. Oh, look.
Yeah, there's
Here comes a big one.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is it going to make it through?
It's buckling, I hear, because it's breaking.
I think it's coming up.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, there ain't no bridge there. Look how it went through.
just went on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, this bubbling here.
Yeah, right here. Bubbles coming out too.
That's definitely damage happening.
Yes.
And I think it's coming up still. I really do.
I do think there's some up
This is
That's all I can
this is how it starts. I mean, this is how these bridges, and I can't stress to people enough, turn around, don't drown.
Exactly.
You know, because it may look like you can get through it, but
Oh no.
there's nothing underneath there. And I was explaining, I mean, every year we have people who think they can make it across these especially the low water crossings. It seems like it's worse on them.
Right.
And they drowned. I mean, they literally drowned in this.
Yes, they do. And it's sad.
Very sad.
Well, very sad.
So where do you think we should go? Should we go? Let's go Charity first. See what it looks like over there. Wonder how close we can get. How did you reply as me? That was weird.
Replied as me on your post.
But it said, oh, I guess that's because it's informing me. Okay. I get it. Okay. So what post was that on?
On your first live.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, maybe not my first, but yeah,
Well,
okay.
on
The one
A
that shows
live.
this. How do we switch that around?
yeah, on the road.
It won't switch around.
On the roadblock. Now that's how.
Okay,
you
switch
do
it
that
back
one.
around and show her where to. Sorry, guys. I have to have my technical support here
Yeah, we
because
mean, I'm IT.
because I have no idea half the time what I'm doing. Can you see that?
Around.
There we go. The thingy's in the way though.
Back up and turn around.
Okay. Okay. It's smack in the way. That is ridiculous. Anyway, it's closed right here. 32's closed to... We can't get down there to see if the bridge is out. What I was saying is that I am certain that Stillman at Big John's River Access.
Have you gone down there?
Yeah, yes. I was down there. But I don't to a different destination. This is a little ways from my house. Everything that I've been doing has been right there around the house.
I did find on my way out the trapped cows.
Oh yeah.
Some of them were chill about it. I feel like some of them were a little freaked.
Well, those ones that are up by the highway, they can rescue them if they need to. But I kind of think I heard some more. I don't know if they were clear on the other side of the river or if they were down there trapped, you know, somewhere in the woods that's covered with water. I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. Some of the people that are not from this area or from Missouri, kind of gives us a chance to show them some of the scenery. Some of the way the land is here. It was higher.
What?
So we went further upstream and we're at the Charity access on the Big Niangua River, and you can see it's not quite as high, but you have a flatter area here. It's more spread out, and I'll show you the bridge. This bridge right there. And we can tell by the way that the grass is laying over that this has been up higher, and it's starting to go down in this area. This right here is actually a boat ramp. These log jams that you see like this, they are a huge destructive force when the river gets up like this. They will take out fences where cattle are, and that very well could be why the cattle are stranded over there on Greasy Creek that I showed you earlier. A fence could have got down and the cattle walked through. But yeah, when those logs come down, they do a lot of damage. So here again, you can see the bubbling. That is actually a concrete slab. It's covered with gravel right now, but that's bubbling underneath there. And you can see it's washing dirt out. And this is what causes roadways and bridges and stuff to collapse. So literally, and you can see how the dirt is coming to the surface. That's washing out underneath that concrete. And this is what causes them to weaken and break. And this is why you turn around and you don't drown. Vultures are waiting for fish, waiting for dead stuff coming down that river. So today is the next day after you last saw me on the video. Got really busy and been really busy. Just getting down here this afternoon. The sun finally has come out, but behind me you can see the bridge is still here at the Big John's River access. I'm amazed. I'm blown away. It's hard to believe. Look how high up. You can see it comes right to here on me, and this was flowing over this to a point down there we couldn't even see. You couldn't even see the guardrail in there, and amazingly enough, the guardrails did stand. However, you can tell that they've had some damage. I wanted to also show you guys this ravine that I was talking about yesterday. Let me turn the camera. See if I can get focused in here. So this is the ravine. If you look back in the video, you know that the water came clear up to here. So that's how deep and backed up all of that was. Like I said, at least 10 foot deep, at least. Let's go on down and have a look at the rest of the bridge, and I'll show you the way the river looks when it's up, not when it's flooded. If you look over to this side where the trees are, the water's going through the trees, that shows you it's still way up out of its banks. It's normally not this wide, and it's still flowing pretty good. That's just to give you some type of perspective on how very flooded this was. Look at the log. Look at the log over there caught in the trees. Let me zoom in. That's crazy. That'll be there until the next time it floods. But when you look across the bridge, try to remember from earlier in the video, all of that was underwater. And I was really certain that with as powerful as the water was flowing, that it would wash some of that out. Let's walk down there and take a look. So here you can see that it did literally try to wash out part of the road. If it would have carried on for much longer, you know that that could have caved in, and this is why you have to be careful when you're going across water-covered areas. You just don't know what's under there. Here you can see all the grass laid over. This is from the current. This is from all of this being flooded. It is truly amazing how fast water comes up in Missouri. Like I told you before, Grandma and Grandpa always called it the creek coming down. But actually what that means is it's rising. And it's amazing how quickly the water disappears. These pictures are being shot approximately 22 hours after the pictures that I took previously in this video. That's how fast that water went away. And it can come down the river even faster. Hopefully I've been able to piece this video together to where it makes good sense. I want to thank all the people who jumped on and subscribed to my YouTube channel from my mushroom video that I did. Just a short little 2-minute video. It really went crazy. I think it's probably had the most views in 48 hours than any of my videos are. But I'd like to thank the new subscribers for giving me a chance, checking out my channel. Share my videos with anybody that you think might be interested in my content. Hopefully we're going to get a break, and I'm going to get time to get out in my container gardens and get the soil amended and start planting some more things. Thank you for watching the video, and until next time, love and peace to everyone.